Module 3, now we'll start with the creep and factors affecting creep. So creep is defined as the deformation of the structure under sustained load. Deformation of the structure under sustained load. Sustained load is nothing but constantly maintained load. So basically the long term pressure or a stress on concrete can make it change in the shape, can make it change in shape. That is nothing but deformation. So when a concrete component is continuously applied by a pressure or a stress, then the deformation will occur, right? So the deformation usually occurs in the direction of force being applied. The deformation always being occurred in the direction of the force being applied. So like you might have seen, for example, like a concrete column getting more compressed and the beam bending. If the force is applied on the concrete column, it will be getting more compressed and the beam will getting into bending. The beam will bend. So the creep is also said as like the time dependent part of the strain resulting from the stress. So the creep can also be defined as the time dependent part of the strain from the stress. So when there is a gradual increase in strain, when there is a gradual increase in strain without increasing stress, with the time is due to creep. That is the thing. But when there is a increase in strain in a concrete component, when there is an increase in strain without increasing stress, but with the time being, that is due to creep. That's why it is called as the time dependent part of the strain resulting from the stress. If the continuously for longer time, if you are maintaining the constant stress, it will undergo the gradual increase in strain. So that's why it is called as time dependent part of the strain resulting from the stress. So the creep can also be defined as increase in strain under a sustained stress. So that's why it is also called as increasing strain under sustained stress, because when the strain increases, creep increases, right? So under a sustained maintained stress. Okay, so creep takes place only under the stress. The creep takes place only under the stress. That is, when the continuously stress is being applied, then the creep will occur. Okay, so under sustained stresses, with time, gel absorb water held in the gel pores, capillary pores, flows and readjustment themselves. These all behaviors, which behavior is termed as creep in concrete. These all behavior will termed as creep in concrete, because under the stress strain there will be absorption of water, then there will be that is absorption of water layer. That is nothing but when you cast the cubes, if there is absorption of water layer, so then there will be some deformation will occur, right? And the gel next, the gel pores and capillary pores, the gel pores and capillary pores and the readjusting themselves, which all the behavior is termed as creep in the concrete. These all behaviors in the behavior is called as creep in the concrete. These all behavior occur due to continuous application of stress. So that's why it is called as creep in concrete. Next we'll go through the factors affecting the creep. So factors affecting creep are aggregate, mixed proportion, age of concrete. So these three are the factors affecting creep. So first we'll go through the aggregate. So actually usually the aggregate undergoes very little creep. It is really the paste which is responsible for the creep. Paste is nothing but the cement paste. So it is really the paste which is responsible for the creep, because however the aggregate influences the creep of concrete through the restraining effect on the magnitude of creep. So the aggregate influences the creep of concrete through a restraining effect of the magnitude of the creep. That is nothing but when the aggregate is more, it will restrain the effect of creep, effect of magnitude of creep. Magnitude of creep is nothing but the size or extent or direction of the creep which is being extending. So the size, shape, or the extension of the creep, that is what magnitude of creep. So that will be restrained by the aggregate, that will be controlled by the aggregates. So the paste which is creeping under the load is restrained by the aggregate which do not creep. So the paste which is creeping under the load is restrained by the aggregate which do not creep. When the load is being applied, then the paste will be creeping under that load, getting deformation under that load. Okay, but that will be restrained by the aggregates which do not creep. That's why in the beginning of factors affecting the strength, that told that the aggregate should be of proper strength, size and shape. Okay, so that's why you have to select the aggregates which have good strength, proper strength and shape. So the stronger the aggregate, more is the restraining effect. The stronger the aggregate, more is the restraining effect, and hence the less in magnitude of creep, and hence less is the magnitude of creep. Okay, stronger the aggregate, more is the restraining effect. Restraining effect is restraining means the controlling of that strain, right? So restraining the effect, more is the restraining effect, as this more aggregate have more strength, so hence less is the magnitude of creep. So it has been observed that as increase from 65 to 75% of volumetric content of the aggregate will decrease the creep by 10%. It will decrease the creep by 10%. Okay, that's why in concrete mix the aggregate proportion is high than the cement, right? So see, as in it is observed that as increase from 65 to 75% of volumetric content of the aggregate will decrease the 10% of the creep. Okay, so this is about aggregate. Next is mixed proportion. The amount of paste content and its quality is one of the most important factors influencing the creep. The amount of paste content and its quality, that is paste is nothing but again cement and water, that is hydrated cement and water, that is what we call it as gel, right? So that influence the creep most, that gel. So poorer the paste structure undergoes the highest creep. Poorer the paste structure undergoes the higher the creep. So therefore it can be said that the creep increases with the increase in water cement ratio. That's why it is said that creep increases with the increase in water cement ratio. So in the other words, it can also be said that that the creep is inversely proportional to the strength of concrete. The creep is inversely proportional to the strength of concrete. That's why it is called as it is also called as one of the factors which affect the strength of concrete. The creep is also one of the factors which affect the strength of the concrete. So but by broadly speaking, all other factors which are affecting the water cement ratio are also affect the creep. So all other factors which affect the water cement ratio also affect the creep, because as the water cement ratio increases, creep also increases, because there will be a increase in paste, poorer paste. So as the factors which all affect the water cement ratio, those factors will affect the creep. So next is age of concrete. So age at which a concrete member is loaded will have a predominant effect on the magnitude of creep. Age at which the concrete member is loaded will have the predominant effect on the magnitude of the creep. That is nothing but the days of the concrete. So this can be easily understood from the fact that quality of gel improves with the time. The quality of gel improves with the time, because gel, it is when it is freshly added, when it for example, when it, in case of fresh concrete, it has the less strain, less bearing capacity, the gel. When it goes on under curing, more days, and after the curing, it will gain the strength. So the gel will gain the strength. So that's why it is important to it is the fact that's why the gel this can be easily understood that from the quality of gel improves with the time. As I told, in the fresh state, the gel has less bearing capacity. As it undergoes to the curing, proper curing, and after the curing, it will gain the strength. So such gel creep less. So such gel creeps less. But whereas the young gel, under load being not so stronger, creeps more. As I told, the young gel will creeps more, which is not so stronger. The young gel means the fresh gel, not so strong gel, or the aged, it is not being the cured properly. That is what the young gel. So the young gel, under the load being not so stronger, creeps more. So what we said above is actually these all the what we have discussed about just now, this age of concrete or gel, it we cannot say that it is accurate, because the fact that moisture content of the concrete being different at different age also influence the magnitude of the creep. We can't say this is only the accurate, that is whereas young gel, under the load bearing not stronger, creeps more. This is the one of the fact, but we can't say this is only correct at all the time, all the cases, because the moisture content of the concrete being different at different age. The moisture content is not same through the age of the concrete. So that's why we can't say this is only accurate, but this is also one of the point. So the moisture content of the concrete being different at different age also influences the magnitude of creep, because different at different age, so it will also influences the magnitude of creep. That means sometimes it may influence the magnitude of creep after the some curing also, or at young age also, that is young time also. So that's why there is no accurate statement, but we can say these at this time also this gel can affect the creep, or age of concrete can affect the creep. So this is about factors of creep. Thank you.